Economist Stephen Moore and Ryan Cummings, former Biden Council of Economic Advisors, is with us. Gents, good to see you. Steve, where's my refund?
Well, I knew this was going to be a problem, when the court made its correct decision that this money had to be returned. And the way the law works, Leland, just as a matter of law, is that whoever wrote the check to the government for the tariffs that were collected gets the refund. But you raise a very important
point. I'm talking about the law of public opinion, Steve.
Well, I get that. And this is a big public opinion issue. You're exactly right, because these companies get the refunds, but in many cases, these companies passed on the cost to consumers. Now, we don't know exactly how much that was. So my feeling is that these companies really should provide some relief to people, whether it's cutting prices in the future.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Amazon to lower prices because of the tariff refunds. But Ryan, I think this is an excellent point, because you've got Abdul El-Sayed and other democratic, socialist, communist, Marxist, whatever you want to call them, out there talking about seizing the means of production. This is a giant miss.
A giant miss in terms of seizing the means of production from the tariff refunds?
No, a giant miss in terms of what to talk about that people care about, rather than sounding like communists.
Yeah, I mean, they are definitely talking about the tariff refunds. And by the way, there's also a 7% interest. That's typically the interest they have to pay on the tariff refunds, too. So not only are the corporations going and getting the refunds, they're also getting interest due to them from the government. I highly doubt we'll see.
So actually, well, hold on, due to them from the government. So we're actually paying, we the taxpayers are paying these companies interest?
7% interest, by the way. If you go to your bank and you want to put money in a savings account, you might get 4 or 5%. So it's a pretty sweet interest rate, in addition to $171 billion is what's being estimated as the total bill right now by the Cato Institute.
Wow. Steve, again, for the intersection of politics and economics that you're good at, this feels like a real disaster for Republicans.
Well, there's nothing really Republicans can do about it. I mean, the fact is that these companies are owed the money. I think the real issue is, will these companies, the Amazons of the world and the major retailers, will they find a way to get some of this money back to the consumers who paid some of it? I don't exactly know how they would do that, but it would be good public relations. It's the right thing to do to get some of this money back, and we deserve it, because you're right. We as consumers paid a good portion of these tariffs.
Yeah, I think about how easy it would be from a public relations standpoint, Ryan. You just say, hey, we're having our tariff refund sale. We've got back X. We're going to discount everything 10% until we give consumers back X. It would be a wildly popular move. Either of you guys think that any company is going to do that?
I mean, I think it's likely that companies that are already planning to have sales, for example, are going to say it's a tariff sale now. I do think the president has used the bully pulpit very effectively. He is certainly not shy to name and shame companies. So I would be surprised if he also doesn't do that and publicly tell, for example, Amazon, you need to give a sale. And the companies are pretty responsive to that kind of bully pulpit usage.
Steve, last 30 seconds. I don't think President Trump does that, because I don't think he wants to call attention to the fact that he's not sending $2,000 checks and it raised prices.
Well, I think Trump would be very well served to do exactly that, to say to these companies, look, these consumers paid a lot of this tariff, give them their money back.
Yeah. My bet is we'll be waiting just as long for the companies to give us our money back as we would for President Trump to say that. But hey, we stand by and wait. Steve Moore, Ryan Cummings, gentlemen, thank you very much. We just wish we got 7% as we waited.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.